Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Easy Tech Skills. Today we are going to learn Microsoft Word. Previous class I've already showed you how to open Microsoft Word. Today I'm opening the Word from here, that's using File, New, click on New and Blank Document. You can double click this and you can easily also use different templates if you have similar necessity. So I'll click on blank document because I need a blank document where I could create my own things. So I'll double click on it and here it opens this window. Okay. Previous class I have already explained you about this font ribbon, font paragraph, what all is happening in every icon, what all it does. So today we are going to learn how to use this paragraph tab, all these things, how it is going to work, what is this paragraph group and how it is going to help us in doing our Word file. Okay. So as I said you in the previous class, use this formula equal RAND and I'll just write 20. You can write some number there or you can even just close it like this, and once you press enter it will give you some dummy text which will help you to easily practice what you want to exactly practice. Okay, so first we shall start with here the alignment. So to go with that, I'll just type one word as welcome. So this welcome, I want to make it center aligned. I can use the space bar to just move that, but it will take a long time and you cannot exactly tell whether it is in a correct aligned, correctly aligned. So what I am going to do here is use this alignments. This is left align. By default, every text starts from the left align. You can center align it or you can even use a right align. Usually we can make the first title to be on a center align. For example, if I am writing some letter or something, I might just write yours faithfully. Okay. So this I want to make it in a right align. So what I have to do, click here. Okay. Before you go and click on any icons, make sure your cursor is blinking on the text or beside the text where you want to make the changes. Okay. So here I am going to click on center align. So it moves to the center and now I want to make it to right align. So you can see it is in the right side. Okay. So here you can use these alignments for your text, for your letters or any sort of email or anything which you are going to write and you want to align it properly. Okay. Now there is one more thing called justify. This alignment, suppose if I select this 3 paragraphs. Okay. I'm using the left mouse key and dragging the mouse to select the text. Okay. You can use the shift key from the keyboard to do the same thing, and arrow keys, left, right, side arrows. So I can hold the shift from the left hand and use the right hand to use the down arrow key to select all the lines. Okay. Or you can even use the left and right arrow key for one text selection. Like if I want to select one letter, I can use it the right arrow keys. Okay. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm selecting all this text here. Now if you observe the text, you can see the left side it is aligned properly. It is in the same line. But if you see in the right side, it is not in the same line. Okay, something is here, something is there, something is more space and something is lesser. So what I can do, I can use this justify. If I say justify, it will automatically make the alignment to be properly on both the sides. That is called as justify. Next, if I have to make a list, there are 2 types of list. Anytime you create 2 types of list. That is called as ordered list and unordered list. Now, no need to worry about what these are Greek and Latin kind of words are, but it is just some terminologies which you can easily remember, like if in the computer technical words what we call it for different types of list. So here we have word. This list is called unordered list, where you find different designs like bullet, circle, square, rhombus, star, tick mark. This is called unordered list. And here you find, this is called ordered list when you have numbers, alphabets, Roman numbers. Okay, you can use either way. There is no issues, but you have to know the terminology. That's it. So if if I am creating a fruits list, I can use this list to make it this as a list. I can select it, I can go for this, and I can select whichever design I need. Okay, and for the next one, it will all by default give me the next icon. Okay, next list icon, so I need not write it again. Similarly, if I am creating for ordered list, so this is called as unordered list. Okay, I'm just writing it as bullets and designs so that you can understand that unordered list is called this one. Now if you have to create ordered list, I'll just copy the same list, and if you just see here, it is creating a unordered list again. So I don't need an unordered list, so I'll select the text, go back to ordered list, and I can use the numbers or alphabets, either way, or small abcd, whichever you like it. Okay, now if you see, suppose in under grapes it is giving me pineapple here, because I have just given some small tab there. Okay, so I can just press here. Now you see it is A, B, C, D, E. Now for example in mango I want to create another category like Alfonso mangoes and Raspberry mangoes and also. So what I can do is I can just write it, press enter there. I can write Alfonso here. But if you see, it is looking like it is in the same category. So what I have to do, I have to just go to the first letter. I press a tab button from the keyboard. So what it is doing is it is going to create a sub list in the same list. Okay, so this is how the list works. Similarly, if you want, you can create a different list. If you don't leave the list, you just have to, suppose if you press one time enter, it will give you the next letter. If you don't need, just click backspace or press enter again. There will be, the list will be stopped there. Next you have indentation. This is for paragraph lines. Suppose if you see here, there is a space between these two paragraphs. Now if you want to lesser this space or increase the space, you can select these two paragraphs and go to line spacing, and you can increase the lines, all the spacing between all the lines, not only the paragraph, all the lines. Okay, and you can even click add space before paragraph or remove space before paragraph. So here you can see it is adding more space, here it is removing, and the paragraphs are merged kind of. Here you can see the space is not there. Now if again go back, I'll add the space. You can see there is a space between the paragraph. Okay, now next you have is indentation. This is just to make a space between before or after the text. Okay, so you can see this whole paragraph has moved a bit. Okay, this is called indentation. Sometimes you write it in the articles, so for that reason you need some spacing for some sort of article. So at that time you can use the indentation, right or left, either one. This is for paragraph mark. You can see wherever it is a space, it will give you a dot to understand wherever the spaces are there, and enter mark, wherever enter mark is there, this mark will be available. If you want to just see, suppose if I give a enter mark here, okay, you can see that I got that enter mark there itself. Okay, so this will help some to the developers especially to know where all the enter marks are there. Okay, and spaces are there. Sometimes it happens there will be double space, so that will be easily get to know using these dots. Okay, The last is here using the sorting part. So if I have this same list, I'll just copy this same list, but I'll not use the list. So I'm using Control C and Control V here to copy and paste the list, but I don't want the list, so I'll just use the backspace to remove the list here. Now what I want this text to be, I want this text to be sorted out. Okay, that is, I want the text to be A to Z. Okay, that is, it has to be sorted to A to Z. So I can use this sorting here. Click on this and click OK. Okay, because we don't have any more things in that, so you can just click on sorted order. Now you can see it is A, B, G, M, P. Okay, whereas if you see my list, what I had created, it was apple, then mango, banana, grapes, pineapple. Okay, so now you can see it has been sorted out. Okay, suppose if I want in a opposite, that is Z to A. Okay, I'll select again. I'll go back to sorting and I can say descending. Okay, if I say OK here, you can see it has converted to pineapple, mango, grapes, banana, and then finally apple. So this is how it works. And here we have border. This is majorly used in tables. So once we are going through table, I'll explain you this. Or even if you want, you can just check it out here. You select some text and only then you apply these, so that you can get to know what is the effect between that. So if I click on this, you can see you can create all borders. So you can see there is a border for every line. Okay, every text has some border line. Okay, now if you don't need, again select the text, go for it, and no borders. You see the text is normal again. Okay, suppose if you need a background color, you can select any color here. It will give you the background color only for that particular paragraph. Okay, because we have selected only that. So this completes the paragraph group. And any doubts you can comment in the description, comment in this YouTube channel, and I'll be helping you to clear it out. That's all for today. Take care. Bye.